में भूख के मारे नींद नहीं आ रही है, ये गाना गा। सो जाओ।
Beautiful oldies indeed. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. Hey guys, I know we're having a lot of snow in NYC, but you know, Mother Nature is so beautiful, except when you're looking for a parking spot and you know, you can't find any. You have to really have that four-wheeler so you could go up the snow. And if you look at my car, you might say as a guy drove that car, but guess what? Woman power, I got it up. So good evening, Ken. How are you? Happy Monday. You look refreshed. You look like you were off for a whole week.
Well, a very good evening to you, Shanaz, and to all our viewers. I know we were not on for some time, but yes, I came home today and I slept a little bit. So that's a good thing. I always try to get a little nap before we go on air, so we can look, so I can look good. Yes, I believe in taking a little nap now and again.
Well, I wish I could take not a nap, but I wish I could sleep for a little bit. I feel like a zombie, but you know, we'll talk about insomnia another day. We'll talk about that another day. Mr. Rajiv Nandalal, our model for Friday night, guys. If you want to see him, good night, Joey. How you doing? Samuel Prasad watching us from Antigua. How you doing, sir? Good night to you, my beautiful auntie Nalini Yasin. Good evening, the beautiful girly Prasad. Good night to you, Bird. Hey, Birdie, long time no see. Otam Kumar, how you doing? Share the link, and we want to talk about what's happening around the world. Not forgetting my beautiful mom, Bibi Muhammad. Good night to you, sending me a rose always. Well, I am your rose and you are mine. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. Ken, what do you have in store?
I always make sure, well, every day for me is Valentine's, every day. But I always like to put a little drop of extra love on Valentine's Day.
Well, that's right. And guys, I hope you're making that extra effort to make your, you know, ladies special. And it goes both ways, you know. It's not just guys making the girl special, but you have to make your husband and your boyfriend special as well. Auntie Nalini Naidu, good night to you. Hey, Collie boys, good night, good night. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. And it's a beautiful Monday night in NYC. No matter what it is, I'm always grateful. I'm always happy to say it's a happy Monday, whether it's snowing or it's thunder. You know, worse could be happening, but we just have to acknowledge what we have and be thankful for what's happening around us. So,
That's right. I see Kayum Khan he's locked in. Anita Diaram, all the way from Canada. It's always good to have your support. Thank you very much.
good evening, guys. Share the link, and we want your feedback. We want you guys to talk and comment in our chat of what's happening around the world. What's on your mind right now to talk about? Hey, Vandermeer, good night to you. How you doing? Ganesh Rambalas for Wakas. Zuzi, good night to you. Thank you guys for joining us. And the beautiful Anita Diaram. We want to talk about what's happening in Trinidad. That's what's on our mind.
That's right. That's right.
What's on your mind?
I see DJ Rick watching all the way from Minnesota, and I can tell you Minnesota is very cold and a lot of snow there now.
So imagine if we could complain about what we're having, what can they, how can they be feeling? So sometimes, guys, we have to always look at our glass half full and not just half empty. There could be worse. Worst thing around the world could be happening, but we're just having snow.
That's right. And Shanaz, all of this makes up life. It's a lot of snow. But if I tell you yesterday, as I was driving in the city and I was driving around Queens, and look at Facebook, I saw some beautiful pictures. So, yes, it's a good thing to enjoy the little beauty that nature provides for us.
Mother Nature, of course. Patsy Kundan, good night to you. Anita, thank you very much. Girlie, how you doing? And you know what? I did video my show that will air on TV this weekend, outdoor, so you guys could see the natural scenery. I was driving, and it's so beautiful with the trees, with the little snow on the tree. It's so pretty, and especially with the sunset,
Yes, yes. And later on, I saw some beautiful pictures, but I'm so glad to see two beautiful souls watching us. One of them is Vanita Chan, watching all the way from Canada. And you know what I like about Venetia? She seldom writes, but when she writes, her words are so powerful, and she's always supportive. So, yes, Venetia, thank you for your love and your support. Also, we have Miss Iris Goberden. I think this is one of the first time she's watching us from Hague Dam in Guyana, and that's Gita's small auntie.
Wow.
So, I'm glad you're watching us, and hope you're making your night a little more pleasant tonight.
That's right. DJ Rick and Andre, good night from Minnesota. Natasha Carrington from Antigua. Mrs. Steve Ramprasad, the beautiful girly Ramprasad. If Florida is experiencing the cold, the cold, and it damages so many fruit trees, imagine what's happening, And for Floridians, this is really cold. They are not expecting this. This is the first time in history that they are experiencing this cold weather.
And to top it off, I think Girlie Prasad is very lucky that she have love.
Right,
so guess what? She have the blanket.
Right now she has a warm blanket to cuddle with, but you never know. My handsome cousin, Uncle Kaleem, how you doing? Good to see you on. Iris Guberdan, thank you. Susie, how you doing? We love to see you guys. We miss you. Believe me, we miss you. Good evening to each and every one of you. Sonia, Andrew, how you doing? Good evening to you.
Yes, Sonia is one of my cousins, used to live in Georgetown, but she is in Brooklyn now. Also, we have Mary Ann Lou watching all the way from Canada, and I know she's a little bit cold, but her house is warm.
That's right, because she have a warm heart. Hey, Mala, good night. You're watching us from Atlanta, Georgia. Who wants to talk about Super Bowl? Who wants to talk about the winner? And what jersey am I wearing? So, guys, come on down. Marianne Lou, good night to you. Good night to each and every one of you locked on from Guyana, Trinidad, India, Sri Lanka, Antigua, Florida, and Trinidad and Tobago.
I see Shanta Ramroop is saying good night to you, Shanaz. And Rabina Sarju, a very good evening to you. Rita Singh is watching from Florida, and I want to say happy birthday to your dad.
Sharmila Ramsroop, she's a singer from Toronto, very versatile singer indeed. So we hope to have you on our program pretty soon and continue singing. Fawaka to you, Mr. Rishi Rambali, and all you guys in Suriname. Fawaka, Shanta Ramroop, good night. Rabina Serju, good night to you, watching us from Guyana. Thank you, Anita Diaram. Yes, he does have a handsome smile when he took a nap. That's always good. And the beautiful Auntie Eileen Sukram.
And that's one of Rajiv aunt. So special hello to you too. Also, your boy John from Queens. You can talk about John.
John is a famous guy. What can I say? But before I give a shout out to the famous John from Queens, you can find him on YouTube. Kayum Khan would like to remind you guys to please follow the COVID-19 guidelines. Cover your face, wash your hands, stay 6 feet apart, and remember to isolate yourself if you have the COVID virus. And I've seen some folks taking taxi. Guys, if you're not sure, make sure you're wearing a mask and, sanitize your hand, because you're contaminating the car that you're driving in, the Uber, and that guy could take it to the other passenger. So protect yourself. protect each and everyone around you.
As we're talking about the COVID virus, you know, Shanaz, this Thursday I'll be taking my second
Number 2
dose.
shot. Oh my God, your number 2
I'm
shot.
already fired up to take it. I also request some days off so I can stay home and I'll relax a little bit.
We'll talk about the first shot and then we'll talk about the second shot, and I'll tell you all the feedback I've got from all the patients so far.
Yes.
Our DJ Selecta Bolt on the ones and the twos. Sonia Andrew Rita sing Yax. Hey, Yax is also a singer from Toronto. Very versatile guy. You will be hearing his voice this Friday as we'll be taking a break on Shanaz Musical Sensation to prepare for our Friday fashion show live in the studio. And we're showcasing a talent from Guyana. She goes by Ashwani Prasad, and she's a talented designer living in New York, but her heart is in homeland Guyana. She wants to share her design with you guys. So it's going to be a fun fashion show. Well, I believe that you guys deserve a musical break, so let's go. And we will talk more when we get back. Prabhati Prabhu, good night to you, and the beautiful Eileen, and the beautiful Shanti Jeffrey. You know, and Auntie Shanti was watching my program live Saturday. She was waiting for Mr. Rambo, and I was waiting for Mr. Stallone, and she was watching my program Saturday. So thank you.
Yeah, it's always good to have her on. You know, I love Shanti Jeffries. It's always good to have her on the program. She is such a sweetheart and a beautiful soul.
That's right. Hey, Nalini Algo, good night to you. Good night, Selena. And the beautiful Linda Singh, how you're doing? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. But I do have to show you guys my jersey tonight because I'm representing the winning team. The winning team, guys. I'm always on the winning team.
She's going to stand up for you guys. Look at her parading. She's modeling for you guys tonight, the beautiful Shanaz
I'm always on the winning team. I might be alone, but hey, one is a team if you're winning, right? So good night. Let's go with Selecta Bolt on the ones and the twos, and we'll be right back with Chit Chat and Shanaz and Ken every Monday.
Somebody want to know where is our tea, and look, we have our tea here.
We are drinking spice tea.
And I'm drinking some green tea with honey inside and a little bit of some Halls to just soothe the throat.
Well, you need to take care of your inside as much as you take care of your outside. Remember to nourish yourself, eat well, and sleep well. We could all beat this pandemic together. Let's go. Well, the song is titled Once You Fall in Love, but I could fall in love every day with each and every one of you.
जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार है होता प्यार जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार है होता प्यार जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार है होता प्यार जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार है होता प्यार Once you fall in love with life once you fall in love once you fall in love with life once you fall in love
जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार है होता प्यार जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार है होता प्यार Once you fall in love in life once you fall in love once you fall in love in life once you fall in love
X is an X, leave it right there.
दूर दूर तुमसे रहना कितना मुश्किल हो गया
हो गया जो हो गया तो हो गया
मेरी जान बेचैन करते फासले मजबूरियां
हम मिटा दे मिलके सारी दूरियां
और ज्यादा करना बेकरार
कह रही है चाहत बाहों में भर लिया
जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार
honey, Celine? And honey is better to use than sugar, so let's use more honey and let's give it more love.
क्या हसीन है ये आलम, ये नजारा खूब है,
धड़कने हैं जवां, सामने महबूब है।
ऐसे मौसम में भला अब क्यों रहे हम होश में,
हम खता कर न बैठे मेरे दिल भरे जोश में।
अब मुझको तू रोकना करने दे दीदार,
चोट लगती है बदन पे नजरों से नमा। जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार होता प्यार, जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार होता प्यार।
Once you fall in love with life, once you fall in love, once you fall in love with life, once you fall in love.
जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार होता प्यार,
जीवन में जाने जाना एक बार है होता प्यार।
Beautiful number indeed. Hey, Mubina, good night to you. Shanti Jeffrey said we need a shot of high wine. I wonder if we could fly when we drink high wine. Or do you normally feel high? What is the side effect of high wine?
Well, you get drunk, and I don't like to get drunk. So, you know, that's a good thing. I don't like to get drunk. It doesn't fascinate me. But, you know, other people like to get drunk. And
A drink or two here and there is okay, but I don't abide by alcohol. Like a friend posted last night, when can I see a good girl without her being drunk? And I said, always. I don't believe girls should be drunk every day. A glass of wine here and there might be okay, but you know, not all the time. It's not a good thing to be under the influence every day. Make it a social thing. So let's say good night to the beautiful Anita. Happy birthday. If you're celebrating your birthday, happy birthday to you. Mary Ann Lou. Auntie Nalini is giving us a lot of hearts. And yes, she'll be celebrating the Heart Day, Valentine's Day. Also, February is the month of what?
when?
American Heart Association.
Right.
That's right. February is Black History Month, and it's the month to take care of your heart. Go to your doctor, get your checkup done, and yes, eat well, because you know eating has a lot to do with how we feel and how we fight this virus. It's what you put in your body. And remember to take your vitamin D every day. A good dosage of vitamin D and vitamin C.
I see. Want to say hello to your very good friend, Mr. Raymond Bacchus. Chandra Lal, it's good to have you on. And Gary Prasad is saying, correcting, drink moderately, you can't done it. It is so true. Our very good friend. Also, I want to say, Alvin Ramsroop, it's good to have you on the program.
That's
and
right,
on behalf,
Underground Sound.
that's right, on behalf of Chit Chat with Shanaz and myself and all our viewers, we would like to extend to you and your family our deepest sympathy.
Of course. What less saying good night to you, Hamid. How are you doing? Good night to each and every one of you. I hope you're having, wherever you are, I hope you're, you know, in a positive spirit, because, you know, being home, if you're working from home, could be a little depressing. So some of the things you could do when you're working from home to uplift your spirits are make something nice, a nice cup of tea, treat yourself, and remember to shower every morning like you're going to the office. Put on something decent other than pajama, because there's only so much pajamas I could take. Kind of bring me down, you know, when you're feeling too relaxed and so loungy. You want to be in professional clothing. It uplifts you. It feels like you're proactive. It make you feel like you're working in your office.
That's right. Shanaz, I see the beautiful Veronica Jaglal just tuned in and wonder where is the other half.
He will be joining pretty soon. Watch. He is like her bodyguard. The minute she shows up somewhere, he is 2 feet behind, not 6 feet. He's not abiding by the rules.
But I told him I want him to be on tonight because we got some serious thing to talk about. Also,
Dairam, son of Juno. And yes, we're talking about Apache Warrior. Beautiful song indeed. Beautiful mix. It's style boom, boom. And I know our program on Sundays is not too much on the music, but we love to play our artist song. We love to say what we're thinking about them, and for being out there, providing us with music, especially during these trying times.
Absolutely. I see our Pamela Jeffers Sanchez is watching all the way from Pennsylvania. Nirmati Dat is in Canada. It's good to have you on, my dear. Angela, bad girl, Angela Ramsaran just tuned in. Good to have her on.
Dan Petit Daya, good night, good night. Where is Mr. Dale Moti? We have the beautiful Angela Moti will be performing this Friday. You know what? I love bringing something different to my platform. You know, whether it's every month or every 2 months, because during these trying times, you guys can't go anywhere. So I want you to still feel like a little bit normalcy where you could expect something different. And because it's all Heart Month, we are teaming up with the American Heart Association to do something good. Bring some awareness to a good cause, and that is your heart, your health.
That's
is
right.
Your wealth.
I see Mobina Dalu on. Paresh Chotu, a very good evening to you. Good to have you on.
Sherry Ahmad watching us from Tampa, Florida. Hey, Alvin Ramsuk, thank you. Shira Singh, Veronica Jaglal, Raymond Bacchus. Thank you for sharing the link, Yaks. Thank you for sharing the link, Kayum. And if we didn't say hi to you guys, good night, good night. What's eating you up inside? We want to hear from you before I tell you what's eating us up inside. And you know, we always talk about domestic violence. That's our platform. We believe in keeping our women safe. We believe in educating our sons to respect females. You know, whether you're dressed naked or you're half naked, to respect female. And now this killing, this disappearance is happening in Trinidad. What's your take on it?
Well, let me say a very good evening to Joe S. Thomas. Thanks for watching, my brother. You know, Shanaz, and you said it correct. We have to raise our boys to be good men, to be good husbands. And one of the things, the best way we can do that is by leading by examples. And yes, it really bothered me to see that beautiful girl. I think she's 23 years old. Andrea Barrett died. She was murdered and thrown in a bush, and they found her body about a couple of days after, and she was decomposing. Her father had to go and identify the body. You know, Shanaz, it has to be a very difficult thing for the father to go and witness, to see his daughter was murdered and left there to rot, a beautiful girl. But from what I'm hearing, Shanaz, in Trinidad, and I tell you, it's so sad that so many people are being murdered in the Twin Island Republic, and it's sad that it's so corrupted. Trinidad is a beautiful country, and this should never happen.
Of course, I feel like the people are being let down by the government and the people in charge, like the police department. So, you know, when we, the people, appoint these officers, we appoint them for our protection. We appoint them so you could sleep at night. So if they're not doing their job, it took them how many days to find that body? Why couldn't they find her alive?
Exactly. So
how hard were they searching? I believe some folks actually know the whereabouts, but they will wait until something happens, you know, the worst of the situation, and then bring forward the news. No, we always want to hear good news. Protect our daughters, protect our boys out there. You know, children are children, but sometimes we all need to protect them and guide them. And, you know, where and what time was she missing, her whereabouts, you know, any information?
And the good thing is that a lot of people were searching for her too. A lot of bikers and so on was looking for her in Trinidad. It's so sad that they found her when she's already dead. And that's the sad news. Yes. So, and as you said correctly, Shanaz, we have to train our young boys to respect, and girls too, to respect our human being. The human life is very, very fragile, and you know what? It's a one-shot deal. If you're dead, you can't come back and be alive. So we have to respect each other.
Train our boys, raise our boys right so they will respect our women. We don't need to fear boys. We don't need to fear men. You know, we need to respect each other and value and trust in our women, so they should be safe to walk the streets whenever time they want to walk the streets. So good night to each and every one of you. The beautiful Kavita Ramkissoon, Angela Ramsaran is just joining us. Unity forms a community. Stay strong and safe. Thank you, Paresh. Thank you very much, Usha Sankar. And thank you for joining us on Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken every Monday.
And one of the things that I like that I see, also I want to say hello to my beautiful wife, Gita Ramkissoon is watching too, and we have Asha is watching in studio. You know, Shanaz, we and, you know, the celebrities in Trinidad and Tobago and the men need to stand up and speak out for these women. And I got to be honest with you, and I have to commend Dave Yankaran. You know, he wrote me a couple of days ago, and he said, Ken, I want you and Shanaz to address this, to talk about this, because he's very upset and irate about this. And he's asking, even to the CSM competition that's going on in Trinidad and Tobago, he wants to see people start to talk about this, bring this in the forefront, addressing all these killings that's going on in Trinidad and in Guyana too, I want to say.
That's right. We had Mr. Omardath Maraj before, and he talked about domestic violence. He talked about stopping violence at all. He talked about respecting our women. Kayum Khan says domestic violence is a big topic. It's happening in Guyana, and right now it's on the rise in Trinidad. Our, friends, we're homeland. We're all one. The Caribbean, I would say we're all one. You're born here, you're born in Guyana or Trinidad. The love is unity. We need to unite our people and find peace. So, guys, we need to stop the killing. We need the police to be on patrol. And Chutney Soca Monarch is a big platform to bring that awareness. So, we're calling upon Mr. George and everyone else in part of Chutney Soca Monarch to bring that awareness.
And Shanaz, we don't have a big platform, but I know you are more popular than I am, but we are going to constantly put our foot on the pedal and to bring these things to you guys and to let all this stop. Today, I was very upset. One of the reasons is, I get everybody inbox me with what's going on around the world, which is a good thing. I like that. And so today, I was looking at a video where they had a couple guys, I think they're gay, in India, and my God, they beat these boys with big stick and wood, and they had some women who was partaking in the beating of these guys and tear their clothes off of them and had their
have the right
private
to be
part.
who they want to be, right? That's human right. I feel in America you can't come and do those things here. You will be thrown in jail for disrespecting a gender. Now you go into the courthouse, it's gender neutral bathrooms. They don't have male or female, it's gender neutral. You could go wherever you want, and if you choose to be gay, that's your human right. I can't tell you, you're born a boy or you're born a girl. Sometimes hormones tell differently on our body.
Right, and I want to say this to our viewers, and please listen what I got to say. Shanaz, God has blessed all of us with a life to live our life how we want to live it. As long as you're being respectful and living a good life, that's all that matters. But we all must respect each other and respect each other's value and what we believe in. If you choose to live your life as being gay, straight, bisexual, as long as you're not hurting anybody, that's fine. The other thing is, Shanaz, that at the end we preach about God and we go to church and we talk about so many things, yet we have bad mind and we are doing so many things. So at the end of the day, when we all die, you know what happened? We are accountable for our own soul, and we are accountable we will be answerable.
Actions. So what you do, you'll be answering for. I can't answer for Ken if Ken commit a crime. Ken will be answering for himself. Hi, Glean Sukram. Good night. Beautiful Sonia Chandani. Hey, DJ Darren. How you doing? Mini Cap. Good night. Good night. Rohini. Thank you very much for joining us on Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken. Good night to Hiram. Good night to Neem. Thank you. Thank you. Shanti Jeffrey. Thank you very much for always loving and supporting our program. Rita Singh. How you're doing? Our life matters. That's what she's saying. And you're talking about, Ken, getting celebrities from Trinidad to bring this to cause. Nival Chitram is the guy who shared this poster, and I'm sure most of you who know Nival is. Nival is a celebrity in Trinidad. He was our celebrity judge in Guyana. So most of you know who he is, and he was the one who shared all these postcards, and he was siding with the campaigning to bring awareness. Stop the killing our women. We need reform now. And it starts with our people of the country, not just politics.
The beautiful Nafiza Noor, it's always good to have you on. I see Rohan Naidu, good evening. Christine Rambaros, it's good to have you on. Christine, father died a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago.
Sorry to hear that, Christine. We're sending our heartfelt condolences to you and your family. And I always says Omardath Maraj, and John always correct me. Hey, Rohan Naidu, good night to you. Anita Dairam, good night, good night. Share this video with a friend in Trinidad, especially a celebrity. I know for sure we have some celebrities who will be doing and creating a cause with Mr. Omardath Maraj, Master Salim, name them, and we will have them bring some awareness and start some parades to build awareness when it comes to stopping the killing in Trinidad and protecting our women.
That's right. We have Mr. Ram Hiralal watching all the way from Canada. Has always been a supportive to this show. And the bottom line, it goes to respect. We must respect each other and each other opinion. If you see an apple that's you see an apple that's red or one is green, we have to agree to disagree some way or the other of what it is really, and stop to argue and make fight over these things.
Right, we're all different. Christina, good night to you. Minicap, how you doing? Sonia, Andrew, good night. Chandrolal, thank you. And Natisha, how you doing? Good night, each and every one of you. Hope you guys are having an okay Monday. You know, sometimes it's over exaggerating when we saying we're having a great Monday, because who really is having a great day in this time and age, you know?
That's right.
I'm coming from a work where we have so many patients who have COVID, and so many of the patients are waiting to be vaccinated. The nursing home are doing a wonderful job with their seniors. We have a few patients who came in today. They said they got their first shot, and I mean, they're elderly. They're in their 70s, and they got their first shot, light fever and chills, no pain. Sometimes, how about your oxygen level? Did you feel it went down a little bit?
No, you know what, when I had my vaccine, I feel like I was getting the flu for like 2-3 days.
They
and
said you're going to
that's about it.
experience, you're going to have flu-like symptoms. So, you know, a little chill here and there, a little. But the second one is prepare yourself.
Well, I'm bracing for that one, but I'm
Prepare
hoping for the
yourself.
best.
Yeah,
I'm hoping for the best.
It's going to make you a little tired, because doctors, the entire hospital that I work for, they're vaccinated already.
And I'm surprised I did a live shot of a video of my vaccine. I got over 10,000 people watched that
Oh my
video.
goodness! So
that show.
hopefully you motivate some of them to go out, register for this vaccine, because you know everyone is waiting for someone to get it, and let them know how are they feeling before they go out and get it. But you know, I feel like it's a booster. There's nothing that would get rid of any kind of disease, but it's a booster to boost your immune system to fight against the disease. It's like the influenza vaccine.
Yeah. And it's advisable for you guys to go and get that vaccine. That's the best thing you can do. Before I go, I want to answer Kayum Khan. As we all know that Kayum is a guy from Guyana. He's a police officer, has done so much for our community. And he's saying, Ken, when you're going to Trinidad and Guyana, for us to spread the information in domestic violence. You know, Kayum, I was supposed to go on to Guyana last year to talk about domestic violence. Unfortunately, I couldn't go, but this year, I hope in May month or so that I can speed over there for a week or two.
Well, big things are happening. We plan
Right,
to visit a
Shanaz.
few schools, a few hospitals. I've been really busy with the doctors, and you know, I'm getting so much help from the doctors in Guyana, because you know, a lot of folks know I'm hoping to open my own dialysis center in Guyana, and I got so much help that they're telling me where is the best. They're advising me where is best, and everybody's telling me Essequibo Coast, as I was hoping to do it in Berbice. You know, Port Morant area, everybody's telling me on the Essequibo Coast will be more beneficiary. So, you know, that's my mission, to help others, and wherever there's a need, I hope to be there. And let's read Paresh's comment. He said, corruption starts from the top with a trickle-down effect. Let's stand strong and make a change. Gandhi quote was, an eye for an eye will make the world blind. Believe me, don't do that. Chandralal, good night to you. Shantaram, Rup Rohan Naidu, the beautiful girlie Prasad.
I see Rodney Wilson. Very good evening to you.
Girlie said that poor girl didn't do anything bad, and she doesn't deserve that kind of death that she got. May her beautiful soul rest in peace. Sending love and condolences to the family. You know, it must be really heartbroken for her parents.
Well, her mother died. It's just her father, so it has to be a sad thing to know that you have to go identify your daughter who is body has been decomposed. So I just pray that God would help him, will give him and the family the strength to move on.
Good night, Ram. How you doing? Antinalini Naidu. Hey, the beautiful tiny Yankee Tiny Betty. Good night, good night. She's a wonderful singer from Toronto as well, and she could do a really good Sham Sundar. That's my favorite number. Every time she's online, I request Sham Sundar. Hey, Shabana, good night to you. And Shabana is also sending her sympathies to the family. Rohan Naidu, good night to you, girlie Prasad. Mr. Joe Thomas, long time no see.
We have Savitri Bailey. Very good night to you. It's always good to hear from you, Miss Bailey. Chandra Lal, always, she's saying that's awesome, Shanaz. So it's always good to have you guys tune in to us. We have Zubida Mohammed watching all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. So we hope that Trinidad can wake up and the government can protect its citizens.
Believe me, you'll see that message on Chutney Soca Monarch. And guys, it's going to be happening. Friday night is one live show, and then Saturday from 5 to 8, I believe we'll be streaming. And I'm hoping that you guys could support these artists because they're making a difference. You know, music is the food of love. We all pray, we all love music, and music should unite us. It should not divide us like what we're experiencing right now. The famous John from Queens, check him out on YouTube. He wrote, criminals don't care about people telling them not to kill. The law has to do more. And I agree with you.
I want to read Diana Ali. She says, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what she says. I am a big domestic violence advocate. We need more women to step up and lock these abusers up. You know, Diana, a lot of times I jump in there that I really don't talk about. Shanaz will tell you, I would go and try to help someone who is in a domestic abusive relationship, and I would go, my even son would say, Dad, go help that girl. And I would go, Shanaz, and
to rescue her from that situation that she was in.
And guess what? The next thing you know, that girl, with most of them, or all of them, go back into the relationship. And, you know, it's a sad thing. And you are correct, what you're saying, is that we have to get women to build them up, to make them strong enough, to able to walk away from these abusive relationships and to press charges.
That's right. And with me opening our dialysis center in Guyana, I'm hoping to empower women because the same women's shelter I'll be building, I hope to teach them dialysis so they could work in the same facility that they'll be sharing, you know.
Yeah, it's good to have Miss Sharon Bacchus on, and Sharon Parmalan. A very good evening to you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, Cedar Ramso, good night to you. My beautiful cousin in Guyana, Shabana Shamshindeen. How you doing? Good night to you and the beautiful family. Rita Singh, good night, good night. She's representing the Big Apple. The Big Apple is under, what should I say? It's the ice apple right now.
Yeah, that's right. It's ice apple.
Everyone wants the ice apple, but I applaud our New Yorkers for working so hard. You know, snow doesn't stop us. You can have 2 feet of snow outside and Ken will still get up and he has to go to work. I still have to get up and go to work, and tomorrow is court, so nothing can stop us. Strong New Yorkers. And I must give a big shout out to Mr. Tom Brady. So go, guys. Good night, Girly Prasad. Where is our Selecta Bolt?
Yeah, we get one of the things that we always do is get carried away talking and forget you guys want a little song now and again.
Now and again.
So let's go with another tune now.
Thank you to my beautiful auntie Nalini Yasim. God is our physician. That's right. Hey, Mr. Rodney Wilson. Good night to you. Good night, good night. Rita sings Abida Muhammad. Devendra Naidu, how you doing? And he's a celebrity from Port Morant, Albion. Let's go. Auntie Nafisa Noor, good night. Good night. Good night to Omkar. How are you doing? The beautiful Razia Hussein, the beautiful Geeta Ramprasad, and Nalini. Good night. Good night. And she said, my father told me music is a language that speaks for itself and it should unite you. That's right. Joe Thomas, good night to you. We're sending lots of love to the parent of the deceased girls, I must say, not just one, but there are 3 that I see pass over this weekend. Barbara, good night to you. And Angela Ramsaran, happy Valentine's Day to you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Wear red. This month is Wear Red for American Heart Association. It's also Wear Red because you're in love, and it's always good to be in love. Remember to love yourself first before you love anyone else. And Ken is wearing black.
Well, you know, Shanaz, when we were talking about coming on tonight, I thought of that girl in Trinidad, Miss Andrea, who died. And so I said to myself, let me wear a black shirt, you know, to show my love and respect and solidarity with her. And also I choose the background, something not too hot. And I'm the kind of guy who does these things. I choose a dove with a little rose. So,
Very
yes.
romantic indeed. Hey, Barbara Ramsaran, good night to you. Angela Ramsaran, good night, good night. Sonia Chan, and he said, be careful if you're going into the hospitals. A lot of patients are getting the virus at the hospitals, especially the ones having surgery. And I know during this pandemic, a lot of hospitals, they stopped doing elective surgery, you know. So, guys, and they were keeping a really good log of patients and visitors. Believe me, a lot of visitors weren't allowed in the hospital. So they did a fantastic job, but it's up. You know, the government can only do so much. As I heard Andrew Cuomo said, you know, the restaurants will be open this weekend for Valentine's Day, 25%, just to let you guys know. But would you feel safe enough if you didn't get the vaccine to go out there?
Well, you know, Shanaz, even if you get it, no, I think that, you know, the family could cook something, we can eat home. We have to safeguard ourselves. Even if you get the vaccine, Shanaz, I want to make this very clear. Even if you get the vaccine, you can still get the coronavirus. The good thing is that you would not be sick a lot like when you didn't have the vaccine. So you still have to wear your mask. You still have to practice
You have to wait for
social
the second
distancing.
dose also. The first dose is like nothing, but you have to, you know, pretend you didn't get the vaccine. Wash your hands, wear your mask, cover your mouth, sanitize your surroundings, and wait for the second dose because I believe in the second dose will build up your immune system more than the first. You know, they work together.
Yeah, but you still have to do all these things because you could be a carrier at the same time. You could get exposed with someone who have the virus, and then you take it home.
Right.
You take it to your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunt, your uncle, your husband, your wife, your children. So
Some folks
practice
might
all
look
the things.
strong on the outside, but you can never know how their immune system is on the inside, so you don't want to compromise. They're surrounded by bringing something. And I know of a family who, you know, they didn't expect a family member to have COVID, but, you know, with a little gathering, family gathering, a lot of folks got sick. So, guys, be aware. Keep your mask on. It's not for style and it's not for fashion, but it's to protect you and keep you safe. So let's make a fashion statement by being safe and wearing our mask.
I see Savitri Bailey asked a question. I think they did, but there were so many problem with this girl that I heard there was a lot of police involved, big people that's involved in this murder. So we probably may not know the truth, and they're encouraging the family to get an independent person to do the autopsy.
That's right. Patsy Kundan, good night to you, and happy birthday to Brianna. Good night, DJ Rick. Red is my favorite color also. Lady Jairam, how are you doing? Savitri Bailey, good night to you. Thank you very much. Rohan Naidu and the beautiful Sonia Chandani is a wonderful singer. Sunita Prashad, good night to you. Underground Sound, that is Mr. Alvin Ramsarup, is always sharing and supporting you guys, so share the link also. And if you want to talk about something, hey, comment and we will go from there.
It's good to have baby Jenny Dubé watching and Marna Ramroop. Good to have you guys on. Let's see, Nimati. It's always good to have Nimati too.
And the beautiful Dolari Sigo Bin. How is she going to be spending Valentine's Day? Happy Valentine's Day going out to each and every one of you. I don't believe Valentine's Day is just for your spouse or for your, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend. Treat everyone with love. As Ken said, every day is a good day to show someone you love them. And remember, for some folks who lost, you know, this year might be a tough year for folks who lost their spouse.
Right.
And I heard the government, they have a new plan coming out where they're gonna be helping with burial expenses. I heard it on the news.
I shared that today on my page too.
I heard it on the news. So, there's so much help out there. And also folks are, take advantage of this time to empower yourself, take some online classes, do some reading, bond with your children. And, I feel like because where I work, I can't come home as I feel like and hug my kids, and that little barrier is still there. It's like you have to make sure you're fully showered and everything else before, and it's all for a really good cause. It's better to be safe and cautious.
And you're right, as you were talking about love, we all know that this weekend coming up is Valentine's, and as you were saying, Shanaz, every day is Valentine's Day. And I'm so glad at a young age, Shanaz, I learned a couple things. This life is a one-shot deal. We are not going to be here again. So, and we don't know. We have seen over and over that you live today and tomorrow you're gone.
Promise.
So live your best life every day. Choose your best life every day and do all the things that you want to do or you like to do.
You don't want to remember for saying a bad thing to someone. You want to be remembered for doing a good thing for someone, for making someone smile, making someone a cup of tea. Do the little things you can. I went to check on my neighbors this weekend. They're a little elderly, so I just went over to buzz the bell. And as long as someone buzzed the bell, answer the door, I know they're okay.
I'm glad you talk about it. Shanaz, I go to a lot of funerals, especially in our community, to just show some love and support and so on. And when I go, sometimes I see there's so many flowers at the funeral, but I don't want to say it when somebody died so that people will think.
Don't wait for them to.
People wait until their husband, I'm going to talk for guys. A lot of times we wait until the person die and we fill up the whole, I don't want to say damn place.
Yeah,
full up with big flowers.
But hey, when your mother was alive, did you buy her a bouquet for her birthday? Did you buy her a bouquet for Mother's Day? You wait until you wouldn't make a trip to see your cousins and your families across the border. But, you'll move mountains when they die. You will postpone the vacation. You'll apply for a vacation from your job and you'll come there. And, sometimes you really have to ups people sometime. Were you there when they were alive? Don't come and see me when I'm dead.
Right. Question, but the flower thing too, I'm telling you, give them the flower while they're alive.
So they can appreciate it. They could feel love. And, you can never get compensated for making someone feel good.
Yeah, I mean, I sometimes buy flowers.
Randomly, weekends is flowers. My brother-in-law is so romantic, I must tell you. Mr. Dre Paul, this is for you. He, on a random note, he'll come in with a bouquet of flowers, and one especially for my niece. He'll give his daughters a rose, and he will give my sister a beautiful bouquet, and that is so romantic.
And the bad thing is, though, Shanaz, is that during Valentine's weekend, the flowers, they're so expensive. Sometimes, I'm not being cheap. I would go buy a 2 or 3 bunch, and I'll put them together.
But you're a very good craftsman. You do your own inventions, and I always love that you could take your time and put it into making something. It's a thought that counts. And flowers goes a long way. A card, you'll keep it forever. But take her out for a nice dinner when you can also. It's good to spend time with your loved one. We all need one-on-one time. You need to put the kids, let the kids have their time. You have your own time. And then parents need to spend time with their kids. Right now, this online school, you might think it's safe, but you don't know what's going on up here with the kids being isolated from their classroom, their teachers, their students, their friends. It's a lot of things going on, so you need to make time and ask them, how are you? What do you want to talk about? And make that conference call at Zoom. Everyone is using Zoom, so get the class together on a Zoom for craft projects, That's so relaxing.
That's right. I see our beautiful friend, Ms. Prasad, is watching all the way from Sunita Prasad, watching all the way from Florida. She said, true, I take flowers every week to my mom.
Let me read you Apache Warrior comment. He said, give me cash instead of flowers, and then he'll go to Victoria's Secret and buy whatever he wants to buy.
Well, no matter what he writes, I know that he's a good guy. I will always support him because he is supporting our community.
Shanti, he makes his own arrangements. He don't buy the arrangements. He will make his own arrangement with flowers. And the beautiful Sonia Chani, good night, good night. Thank you, Sonia. She said, school some of these men, they expect you to cook and clean and be the best wife, but they can't express how they feel. They can't talk and they can't show you love. Hey, Veronica Jaglal, good night, good night. Shanti Singh, good night to you. And I never like to floss what I have because you don't know who don't have, and I don't want to put it in somebody's face. I see somebody go out and buy a $600 lenga. They post it up. Michael Kors watch. I'm not a materialistic person, and I don't want someone else to feel less than because they can't afford that. So I don't post up my flowers because a lot of folks don't have someone to give them flowers. So guys, be considerate. Don't be boastful, and don't be a show-off. But what you have is for both to know what you have. You don't have to show the entire world. Because guess what? Sometimes I know folks who will have the biggest bouquet. This is from my boyfriend. This is from my girlfriend. Guess what? Behind closed doors, nothing happening.
And that's a shame. That's a shame. Shanaz, and I got to tell you, and like I said before, and I'll say it again, that I don't have a master's degree. I'm not that brilliant guy. But one of the things I understand about women, I work with a lot of women, and I always dig into them to learn. One of the things I know that women love for you to love them, not even to just say it, just to do little things. Like today, I always talk about Geeta, and I always, and Asha knows, I said to Geeta, and I think, I don't know if this get into her head, I said, Lord, every time I come home, you're packing basket, you're packing clothes, you do this.
She's a hard-working woman.
Yeah, but I said, do these things when I'm not home. When I'm not home.
When you walk in the door, time for Ken.
So I grab her and I throw her in the bed. No, we didn't do no. But women want you to feel love. And the truth of the matter is you don't have to do a lot of things or buy expensive gifts to let women feel that, they're being loved. And I think that if you do good things, you hold their hands, you play with them a little bit, and you make the effort.
Dinner sometime. Making someone a dinner from scratch is a very thoughtful thing to do, which I get all the time. I have my own chef, so, that's a lot of love there.
If I be honest with you, Shanaz, and I'm saying this to just share our different point of view. In terms of, I am not a good cook.
He's not a good cook, but he's good in other departments.
Right.
Yeah, he's good at making floral arrangements and all these beautiful
plants
in the house. It's very nice, very creative.
Yeah, I'm creative. Yeah, I do a lot of things in the house too. And also, I want to tell you women, please, ladies, listen to Kenneth. Please listen to this piece, what I'm going to say. When your husband do something nice for you, if he buy a flower for you, be nice and said, even if you don't mean it, just say it. Honey, thank you so much for buying this flower for me. I love you. Or if they make a cup of tea for you, say, honey, thank you so much for making a cup of tea. Show that you love what your partner is doing for you. A lot of times, and let me be honest with you, and I got to tell you, Geeta is not that kind of girl. She does not appreciate. No. Don't let me say appreciate. She do not say, man, thanks, honey, or
but
you did a good job.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm going to get at now.
Actions speak louder than words.
Right, but sometimes, ladies, listen, Shanaz is defending you. But let's say, Shanaz, listen to Kenneth. You see a man through Kenneth eye now. If your husband do something nice for you, if he cook your dinner, he bring lunch for you, listen, if you have to lie, say, please. But
listen,
I'm not
you cook me dinner, I'm opening the wine. How about that?
Right, but you want your partner to feel special and to feel love. Little things, little compliments take you a far way. And I'm going to give you an example.
Like for extra mileage there.
Yes, baby. Like, for example, she was driving a car yesterday, and the car punctured, the airbag hit her shoulder. So this morning I see she crawling out of the bed. She now prepare my food and so on. And I said, don't worry, darling. Don't press my clothes. I get up this morning and I put on my clothes just like that and I went to work.
Wear your scrub
and I said, without iron,
yes.
And then I said, don't take out any food. I could buy food today. So these little things, and I hope that she understand and show some appreciation later on.
That you felt her pain and her
yes,
appreciation.
All right. That's how we do it.
Oh, my goodness. Shanti Singh, good night, girlie Prasad. She's going to be getting a lot of flowers this weekend. Hey, Sunita Prasad, good night to you. Thank you. And good night to each and every one of you.
And, sometimes, Shanaz, and I'm looking at Sunita's thing. You know, sometimes I try to, I say things and I post things and I smile every day because I know there's a lot of times that I got a lot of patients. I manage 60 patients in one of my building. And for the past 15 years I've been there, Shanaz, they don't get flowers. People don't smile with them. Sometimes people don't talk to them. They're in a little room all by themselves. So when you see I'm sending you guys a smile or a bouquet of flowers or I'm sending a good message, I really mean it from my heart. I want you to feel that somebody love you. That's what I'm doing. And I really never would want to put a bouquet of flower out there. So the most what I would want to do is inspire other guys to do the same thing.
That's right. Hey, Salman Rahman, good night to you. Dio Singh, how you doing? Rohan Naidu, David Singh, good night, good night. Mr. Kayum Khan, Kayum said I do the same thing, so that's
Kayum is
really
a good man.
thing.
Kayum is a good man, I could tell.
Savitri Bailey, good night to you. Savitri wrote, please give me flowers now that I'm alive. Call me, check up on me. I am alive because when you will come with your crocodile tears and talking to me, I can't hear you. Yeah, that means, you know, when it's too late. And I know so many folks wait until they can't. And this is a song I want you guys to watch. It's by G.I. It's G.I. and we're Selecta Bolt. I want him to play that song for you guys. Go and look at YouTube for the video. He's also performing for CSM, Chutney Soca Monarch. 2021 will be really big, and we're hoping to build a platform where it says no to domestic violence and no to abuse. Keep our women safe. This year is Chutney Soca Monarch. Let's go with G.I., the last song by G.I., and it opened up with his... with him, I'll tell you how it is. It opened up with him visiting a burial ground, you know, where he didn't get to see probably one of his parents before it's too late. Take a drink, I think.
Mario Nunez, very good evening to you. And yes, Shanti, my night's always special.
Bernard Somru, good night to you. Good night to each and every one of you.
All my friend and me.
Dedicated to each and every one of you. Go and look at the video after our program is done.
All my friend and me, and all my family, we should love each other endlessly.
Beautiful, Mr. Salman Rahman.
All who don't like me, and all my enemies, we should be living in harmony. Don't take forever to say we love each other when God calls our number. It's over before it's too late, and we never have a chance to see each other. Oh, let we have a drink together before it's too late, and we never have a chance to see each other. Oh, let we have a drink together.
Sheila Chatram, good night, beautiful indeed. Yes, you men have to appreciate us women too. It goes both ways. You know, the men sometimes do a little thing and they want you to bow down to them. And when we slave all day in the kitchen and they don't even appreciate it, what can I say?
Cherish all the ones who tell your story. We don't want to say if when or maybe when someone that you love goes away. You are my brother, you are my sister. Hand in hand we'll face whatever. We walk together, I'm in your corner. I am here for you whenever. Don't take forever to say we love each other when God calls our number. It's over before it's too late, and we never have a chance to see each other. Oh, let we have a drink together before it's too late, and we never have a chance to see each other. Oh, let
not receiving. Live a legacy that is worth leaving. Make someone number one today. Together we must make this journey. I lean on you, you lean on me. We'll never let each other go astray. You are my brother, you are my sister. Hand in hand we'll face whatever. We walk together, I'm in your corner. I am here for you whenever. Don't take forever to say we love each other when God calls our number. It's over before it's too late, and we never have a chance to see each other. Oh, let we have a drink together before it's too late, and we never have a chance to see each other. Oh, let we have a drink together. Oh, let we have a drink together. G.I. Big Red Stems Hybrid. Salute.
Beautiful song indeed with a great message. Go back and I just attached a link in our chat, so watch it after our program is ended. It's Sidle before it's too late. Hey Salman Rahman, good night, girlie Prasad.
You know, Shanaz, while I'm listening to that song, one of the things that I do, I drive and so on. So if I go to Marshall's and I see a nice dress that would look good on Geeta, I go and I buy it and I bring it for her.
My dad was the same way.
If sometimes I don't remember her size, I'll text one of them here and I'll ask them what size she wear. I'll ask her what size she wear, and then I'll buy whatever it is. Sometimes one or two dress I'll buy for her. I remember the most I bought for her, probably 6 dress one time. We went in Connecticut. We got a lot of sales. So guys, surprise your wife sometime. And the truth of the matter is, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. And I believe in my heart that, a lot of times you don't have to do a lot of things to get love. One of the only sad thing is that sometimes in our relationship, not my relationship, in a lot of relationship with all of us, sometimes we give a lot and we don't get anything back. And that's what the sad part of it. This relationship business should be, I want to say, two-way street. You rub my back and I scratch your back.
50. Sometimes it could be 60-40,
Whatever works for you in the relationship.
It can be 50-50 because sometimes one person might have the time to do more. One person might have the time to cook. So if you want to cook, I'll do something different, but show love in different ways.
Hey, I know a party making some problem here, but
Barbara Ramtwaran, good night to you. Shanti Jeffrey, good night. Good night. Thank you for always watching our program every Monday. Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken, where we want to talk about what's on your mind and what's on our mind.
As we have Apache here, I want to for us to talk a little bit, and I want his input in the chat box about the CSM in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm going to start the argument, and I want you guys to let me know how you feel. I'm going to get your take too, Shanaz. As you guys, some of you know, I judge birds officially here in the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico. And this is how I look at the judging. When I'm going to go judge a bird, I don't care who owns the bird. I don't know who owns the bird.
There's 5 features you might be taking into consideration. Appearance.
I want to know how the bird is moving in the cage. I want to know how that person is preparing that bird, and what confirmation if the bird is pretty, the feather is all nice and good. But what I want to say is that this competition, and I'm not no authority to speak on it, and I'm going to tell you, there's a couple of very favorite songs that I really like, and one of them is my little Pua, right? Miss Venita. Also, I like Miss Fluffy, and I'm hoping to get Fluffy to talk to Fluffy, and I love a fluffy cat too. I give you guys so you can smile with that one. Yes.
Fluffy says she like a fluffy man.
And I'm a fluffy guy too. So and I just put that piece in Fluffy Cat to make you guys laugh. Also, I love Vicari's song. I got to tell you.
It's
I
meaningful, and I like to hear music and voice and words that has meaning to your ears. You know, we're all singing about food. We're singing about
drinks, alcohol.
drinks and alcohol. And I've never played folks who sing about alcohol because that's not my platform. I'm not promoting anybody who wants to sing about alcohol. You must be really in love with alcohol to sing about alcohol. Why not sing about love? You know, sing about your spouse, sing about something a little bit more meaningful. Like when I asked some of the artists to make a song for domestic violence, love is the answer. Terry G came out the first song. You know, love is the answer. And we have Apache Warrior, we have Waterflow. Everybody that I know came up with a beautiful song with meaning to stop domestic violence. Mr. Roger Hines in Guyana too. I played a beautiful song this week on Verizon Channel 477, Spectrum Channel 96, in Guyana in Channel 28, Channel 12, and Channel 8. Essequibo, Berbice, and Demerara. Because I love people who are singing about positive things, who are making a difference. And Vicati was a beautiful number. The words are beautiful.
Also, I would like to say, and Sonia Chandini says correct, why are we making this a Guyanese versus Trinidad thing? No, it is not. Let's give talent its rightful place. The other thing is, no matter how much years you're a singer, let's be the judge. And I wish I could get to judge that show one year. You know, I love to judge these things. Shanaz.
He have to come back a little strong with the music. You know, he's learning a lot about music.
But I want to hear a
where
good
that
music.
came from, you know.
And
It has to go on-
presentation.
presentation. They go on presentation. They go on costume. They go on a couple of different things that, you know, I wish Mr. Jesh Ramanan...
He's on. Jesh is on. I just
Jesh,
saw
you
him.
could comment what they're looking for because, you know, it is in every talent show, there are some things that they're looking for. Appearance, techniques, choreographer, and of course a meaningful song. Not forgetting the lyrics. Chutney Soca, it came about classical music, I believe, steel pan, you know, soca rhythm. It's not a Bollywood thing,
But if you ask me, and I want Apache to say, I like me Pua and I love me Fluffy. So I wish one of them
Fluffy
could
is
win.
a really good, talented singer, and yes, the song, the music, the performance, the outfit, everything is a plus. So not forgetting, she'll be performing Friday on Shanaz Musical Sensation.
Oh, really?
Miss Reshma will be performing for Shanaz Musical Sensation in our fashion show. And guys, this is going to be a live fashion show. Lights, camera, action, all the clothing you guys want to see, what's coming about for 2021 after COVID. I'll be wearing, I'll be modeling with some wonderful, talented girls. Also, we have Varshni Kedarnauth, Mr. Rajiv Nandalal, our Selecta Bolt, you know.
Selecta Bolt is going to model?
That's right, he's going to be modeling.
That camera is going to break. Let's see.
You know, I always put myself with folks who are multi-talented because these kids
Lord
are
have mercy.
so talented. You just have to give them the way. And always, when you see kids have the talent, give them away. They could sing, they could write poetry, they could be a model. I always say you could be anything you want to be. Sometimes you just have to get that platform.
And what the bad thing is that no woman has ever won the CSM. So I am calling for all out woman assault. And they have some nice
Well,
women
it's
there.
going to be a stiff competition between Reshma and Venita. What do you think?
Let them win. One of them
They're going
win.
to have crowns. They're going to be crowning the king and the queen. So Chutney Soca Monarch. Should I be streaming this? I want to go away for the weekend because it is Valentine's weekend and I do have my Hilton reservation. But wherever I am, they know they're getting my support because I love originality. You know, if you are writing your own music, you're doing your own choreograph, it makes more than copying someone else. And that's what it's all about. It's about originality.
That's right. Ganita Singh watching all the way from Canada, and Eileen Sukram would like to big up Rajiv Nandalal. Padma Singh, a very good evening to you. And so, yes, I want to see the pure talent win this competition. And I hope that I could have them on the Ken Ramprasad show probably next week or the following week after. And if any one of you, I want to talk to them. If any one of you know, especially Pua, tell Pua Pupa want to talk to her.
Well,
talk to her.
Benita, I messaged her Saturday.
Oh, you
Like
did?
3 o'clock. I said, hey, check out the channels in Guyana. It's channel 28 and channel 8, and 12, and she was actually out, but I'm like, your song is featured on my program in Guyana right now.
Oh, beautiful.
You know, that's why I created and I started my program in Guyana, because I want to give them the platform. I see when I was in Guyana so many television programs, but you don't see Guyanese artists. You see them featuring Bollywood. Of course, I love Bollywood. Everyone knows I love Bollywood songs, but there are so much talent in Guyana that we need this platform to bring forward them. So this is my week after week. I feature an artist from Guyana and an artist from Trinidad, and I have friends in Anguilla and around the world who are making music. So you send me your music, it'll be played on my television program. Remember, I'm a TV producer before a radio guy or girl. What can I say?
Well, I am the radio guy. I love to talk to them. I want to bring their stories to you guys and to know how they get where they are at now. And so my beautiful school friend Indira Santi is watching. Also, Miss Jaikaran is watching. Radhika Jaikaran, they always support us on this program.
That's right. Not forgetting the beautiful Yankee Tiny Betty, a wonderful singer from Toronto. Yax is also on my program, will be singing. And we have Reshma. We have a lot of wonderful talent on the flyer, guys, and I want you to check it out right now. It's about there.
Hey, we got another talented guy. Just tune in. Davis Singh. Davis, thank you very much for being a humble guy. His wife is a singer too. You probably know both of them, and they make such a beautiful couple.
That's right. So here we have our flyer, and that guy here is an Indian model. I'm so humble and glad that he reached out to me. He saw my program all the way in Connecticut on TV, and he reached out to be a part of my program. Mr. Jesh Ramanan, the #1 guy in our flyer. And here we have in white the designer herself, Ashvini Prasad. And you can check out her line, I Am of the Sari, on Facebook. And in red, we have the beautiful Angela Moti. And down onward is, hey, Sangeeta, the songster, in purple. And the beautiful friend of mine who does a lot of charity work, Suzanne. And not forgetting the beautiful Varshni Kedarnauth in black, and Mr. Rajiv Nandalal. In yellow is KP's Kitchen. And not forgetting Selecta Bolt. Here we have yours truly, Mr. Yaksh from Toronto. And that is a Prince. What did you think about his performance? Did you see it?
I didn't watch it. I sleep.
That is Prince, Navin, Prabhu, and Nisha. They are fantastic. And I'm honored that they are part of my program for Friday fashion show. So guys, check them out. And they all have performed on Shanaz Musical Sensation. They are headlines in Trinidad. Check them out on YouTube as well. And I believe you guys deserve another song break.
Yeah, also I would like to say happy birthday to Sati Singh, and the greetings is coming from Temple. Happy birthday, may God bless you on this special day.
Shabana Sukla, good night to you all the way from Guyana, sending her love and sympathy to the family. Girlie Prasad, Rohan Naidu, Mr. Joe, how are you doing? Long time no see. Good night to each and every one of you. Ram Hirlal, good night to you. Anita Dairam, how are you doing? Stay safe, everyone. Remember, your life and your loving family depends on you.
And when we come back, we want to hear what, Apache Warrior, he is the singer. He's been doing this for a long time. So, and I know we spoke on Saturday, and he shared some information with me. So I want him to, say something in the shout box so our viewers can get his take.
That's right. We value your input. So Mr. Jesh, Mr. John from Queens, and Apache Warrior, you guys are in this industry for a really long time. Not forgetting Tiny Betty, she's also a singer. So guys, Chutney Soca Monarch, who should win and why? Let's go. Not forgetting Sangeeta, the songster. Prince Navin, Prabhu. And big up to all our Guyanese artists for partaking in this Chutney Soca Monarch. Vikadi Singh, Vanita, and Tony Cuts. What I wanted to remind you, Ken, is that this might be the first song for many. You might think, okay, this is the first song for Vanita. No, she has lots and lots of songs and music on YouTube. You just have to check it out. And the views are phenomenal. Vikadi Singh and Tony Cuts as well. They have numbers of songs on YouTube with tremendous viewership. So check it out. sing good night to you. Cedar, how are you doing? Good night to Anetta Gear, Mr. Ken, Raymond Bacchus, Chandra Law, Angela Ramsaren, Rita, good night to you. The beautiful Liz Paduman,
मेरा दिल मेरी जान हो, तुम अभी नादान हो, इश्क से अनजान हो। मेरा मन क्यों तुम्हें चाहे, मेरा मन
ना जाने जुड़ गया कैसे ये बंधन,
कैसी ये दीवानगी, कैसा ये दीवानापन।
मेरा मन क्यों तुम्हें चाहे, मेरा मन,
मेरा मन
name that movie, and I believe it's from MANN, Made a Man with Amir Khan. Beautiful movie indeed. Shanti Jeffrey, good night to you. Angela Ramsaran, good night, good night. Eileen Sukuram, Indira Shanti, good night, good night.
Congrats, Brian.
Select Bolt? Okay.
It's very good to have Mr. Dan Paul Narayan, very good guy, brilliant guy in our community. I know he writes an article on highlights someone in our newspaper, which is a very good thing. I know in 2016 he wrote an article on myself. So, Dan Paul Narayan, you are gold, silver in our community.
And
Please,
platinum,
yes,
that's right.
continue to do great job.
Thank you very much. He's always featuring wonderful person in our community making a difference, and he sent me the article because I missed it on myself. So thank you, Pandit Dan Paul Narayan. Hey, Kali, good night to you. Good night to each and every one of you locked onto Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken.
Also, that's your mom, I think, Bibi Muhammad, saying good night to Ken and you. Also, we heard, let's see, Kalia Majamotu, very good night to you too. Indira Santi, good evening, my dear.
So guys, this Friday night is our pre-Valentine's Day fashion show coming to you live and direct from the studio. We want to bring awareness, so, you know, your heart. February is your heart month, right? It's American Heart Association. It's Valentine's Day month. It's also African American, right?
That's right. Roshani, good evening to you. Said wonderful moments as usual. Thank you so much. And you know what, Shanaz? I always love to read our viewers' comments, because you know what? I always say without you guys, the Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken is nothing. So I want to say that because of you guys, we are in the top guys on radio every week. So we are glad to be back today, and moving forward, we should be back every week. For the past couple of weeks, you know, the weather and so on. And
so
then
many things happen. And, you know, we took a break for a little bit, but, you know, you guys are messaging when are you going to come back with all these topics. And because you guys who are in the chat box right now message us, we are here. Rohini Chitlal, thank you very much. Good night, Raymond Bacchus. Indira Santi, good night, good night. Pandit Dan Paul Narayan, a wonderful community guy, and your son is making a difference.
that's what I'm going to go say now, yes.
Go ahead.
He, you know, I always read his posts, and it's so good that, you know, as a father, and this is a good example, to see a father is bringing up his son to do great things like his father. His son has given out so many masks in our neighborhood, and his daughter-in-law is doing a fantastic job too in our community, and that's one of the things that I admire about this family, that they're contributing so much
They
to
do a
our
lot for community, and when it comes to the Diwali parade and any kind of event on Liberty Avenue, they're always there. You know, their support and their love is always there for community effort. Hey, Michelle, saying good night to you. Good night to each and every one of you. Thank you for being a part of our company every Monday. Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken.
Good night. Dayo Singh is watching all the way from sunny Barbados.
hey, I'll be heading to Barbados pretty soon, and I can't wait to visit St. Martin. I can't wait to get my double dose and start traveling.
Yeah, Shanaz, I went to quite a few islands in the Caribbean, and one of the best island I went to, it's kind of small, is St. Thomas,
St. Thomas.
American Virgin Island. I had a lot of fun there. I also went to Barbados about 8 times.
I have
I
cousins
love
in
Barbados.
and I have friends in St. Martin, so I'm hoping to. This year was supposed to be my traveling year, except so far I'm working, extra hard.
If you like the getaway, there is 3 islands that I love. Puerto Rico, which is not very far. Also, we have St. Thomas, and if you love the water, go to Barbados.
Barbados, here we go. Blue water.
Yes, the only thing with Barbados is kind of expensive to buy stuff and so on there.
Really?
Yes. So, guys, if you, I know that if you guys are planning a nice getaway, go to Puerto Rico or Barbados. If you like some good grilled food and so on, that's the place to go. My beautiful aunt Delari Sigobin is watching. I know she just celebrated her birthday. Happy birthday again, my dear darling. And as I always say, Delari Sigobin is the one who brought me to the United States about 30 years ago. Sabita Jilal, a very good night to you too. It's good to have you guys on.
Hey, Sabita Jilal, thank you. And not forgetting Mr. Bhaskar Nandan Roy, how you're doing. David Singh, good night to you. Good night for sharing our link, and thank you for sharing our link. Let's say, we appreciate each and every one of you. Always put yourself first. Self-care is important. And do something. If you need to speak to someone, we are here. But these are trying times. We're all suffering. Don't ever feel that you're alone. No one is alone. We are here. It's a global pandemic. We all are suffering in different ways.
I want to ask Roy Prasad, which island he said he visited 21 islands in the Caribbean. Which one you like the most? I wonder if he's going to choose St. Thomas or Barbados. I love the Caribbean. I hope, and anytime I get to go judge in Puerto Rico, I love it. Next time I'm going to take a couple of days off and just go in the water and relax a little bit.
Especially when you're by the poolside or by the hotels. It's fantastic.
I like Barbados. On Friday nights you can go out there. I think it's Oyston. You can go and party a little bit.
I didn't know Ken liked to party, but he said St. Martin. Hey, big up to you. That's my place. That's my number one spot. Dio Singh, how you doing? Ashvini, good night. And St. Martin it is. So who would like to go to St. Martin? I have plans on traveling, but I really want to get my project this year that I put off from last year, to get a start on.
And one of the things is that I've traveled extensively in the United States and in the Caribbean. I also went to Ghana, which is West Africa, and I was so. You could give me that thing there, that right there. Let's say Africa. One of the things is that I was so honored to visit the beautiful country of Ghana, which is West Africa. And I brought back so many souvenirs. This is one of the things. You mean? Oh yeah, you could see it there. I keep these things dear to me. It says Africa. It says greetings from Africa, the land of culture. So, yes, I love to travel.
The last time we had our live, you were talking about the place you visit in Africa and the meaning that when you go there.
Yes, probably I could talk a little bit about that. One of the things that really stuck within me is that I went to the point where they call the point of no return, where the ships would come, would get all the people who they're going to send to the different islands like Caribbean, to Guyana and so on. And as long as you pass through that little hole, you can't come back. That's why they say the point of no return. If you get sick, and you die, they will throw you in the river or whatever it is.
Why are you passing through there?
True. So that's the point of return. And what happened? The ship would come and brace itself next to the room that you are in. And so what happens is that as long as you pass through there, you cannot come back into the country. I also have I wish I could show you guys some of the things. And probably we could go. I want to show them one.
I'll give him a break. So
give me a break so I could get that one and show you one of the things that I want to show you guys.
Each and every one of you. Thank you for being a part of our Monday night chit chat with Shanaz and Ken. Michelle, good night to you. Rohini, good night. Ashvini, good night to you. And we love being in your company every Monday here. And remember, close your eyes and you could be anywhere you want to be in the British Virgin Islands.
And this is an African a piece that I brought back when I went to Ghana, and it really signifies. You see a little baby at the top there, and the mother is pushing the baby up, and it's saying in life we always your child need a push up in life, so always give them
Support
that push.
system.
So I have these things as reminder for my trip in Africa, Shanaz.
And it's good to travel. I know some folks love to work. I'm a workaholic, but I also love to take vacations every weekend, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to, and like I was saying earlier, you know, Geeta haven't went to a lot of places. We travel in the States, but I want to take her to a nice island or somewhere where I'm still young.
So what if she goes to the island and see these guys in their shorts, these Hawaiian, shorts? What are you gonna do?
Sonia, no, I'm her number one man. I am her fluffy guy.
Oh.
And I know a lot of women like fluffy guy. Look how I got Shannaz blushing here.
Yeah. Maybe she only saying that now. Maybe she's looking for a nice island guy.
No island. I got the biggest island for her.
Indira Santi, good night to you. Hey, Natasha Singh, good night. Michelle, how you doing? Good night each and every one of you. David Singh, how you doing?
You know, Shanaz, and a true story I'm telling you, when you treat your woman or your man right, they're not going anywhere.
You have no insecurities.
Exactly. So you don't need
you
to
don't
go
have
look
to look
anywhere.
over your back all the time that somebody else is doing a wonderful job and you're not doing a good job.
I make sure I water my garden so that she doesn't have to go let anybody water her garden. Shanaz, earlier I saw someone I want to say hello to in Canada, and I missed that person. But to all the people who is watching us from Canada, I want to say a very pleasant good night to you guys, and do have a very good night. If I see that name, I'll mention it.
Guys, if you're from Canada, please comment again so we can read your comment. We love to hear from you. And we also want you guys to stay safe during this time. Let's go with another number because we have our DJ right here. Selecta Bolt on the ones and the twos. We are on a break from Thursday, Shanaz Musical Sensation, getting ready for Friday, our fashion show. You're going to see Selecta Bolt on the red carpet and lots of more things coming up. Keep it locked.
चलते चलते कैसे ये फासले हो गए हो क्या पता कहाँ हम चले
प्यार हमको भी है प्यार तुमको भी है तो ये क्या सिलसिले बेवफा हम नहीं बेवफा तुम नहीं तो क्यों इतने गिले हो गए चलते चलते कैसे ये फासले हो गए ओ क्या पता दुनिया जो पूछे तो क्या हम कहें कोई ये हमको समझा दे ठेस लगी तो पल में टूट गए शीशे के थे क्या सब वादे
जाता है कोई क्यों सपनों को ठुकरा के पाएगा ये दिल क्या किसी को बता के चलते चलते राख हम बिन जले हो गए
ready for Valentine's Day. Happy St. Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. You are always loved. And remember to love yourself first.
तन्हाइयों की जो रुते आ गई उजड़ी हुई है सब राहें
सोचा था पाएंगे दोनों एक मंजिल को
राहें जो बदली तो तुम ही बता दो चलते चलते गुम कहाँ काफले हो गए
Prince Navin Prabhu, Asha Baksh, Mr. Jesh Ramanan,
प्यारे हम
Sangeeta the Songster,
प्यारे तुमको भी है तो ये क्या सिलसिले हो गए
hey Mr. Paul Ratnas from Sri Lanka, good night, good night.
बेवफा तुम नहीं तो क्यों इतने
I am not unfaithful and you are not unfaithful, so what's happening?
चलते चलते कैसे ये फासले हो गए
Mr. John Ahmed, good night, good night. Apache Warrior, I put up a video of my garden, it's all frosted.
चले
I need some sunshine.
क्या पता कहाँ हम चले
Sending you all our love on Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken. Good night, each and every one of you.
The Groove
David Singh,
mattress
good
in a
night,
box
good night.
delivers
John Namat,
revitalizing
thank you.
sleep
Michelle
right to your
Singh.
door. Pressure point.
Also, I see my Lenora girl Jayashri Sarju watching. A very good evening to you, my dear. John Namat is watching, as we know, from Suriname. For Waka, that's your favorite word.
That's
I
right.
learned to say for
That's
Waka.
right.
And also, Roy Prasad would like to say hello to, happy birthday to Sati Singh.
Hey, good night, Janet Bihari. How are you doing? Maggie Singh, good night, good night. Thank you guys for being in our company. I hope you could continue spreading the love that you're already spreading and brightening someone's day. Rohan Naidu, good night to you, Mr. Paul Ratna. Sanu Juno, how are you doing? For Waka to all you folks in Suriname. And
Yes.
I do have a lot of friends in Suriname.
Yes, and it's good to have Michelle sing. And Michelle, you are such a beautiful, I know your husband is on, so I'll say it. You are such a beautiful woman, and you just display the best of yourself, and you guys make such a beautiful couple. I hope that when I come to Canada someday, I'll just sneak up on the show one day when you guys are singing. Good to have you guys on as friends.
That's right. Hey, Mr. Rajan Nimnad, good night to you. Gerald Singh, how you doing? Rohan Taidu. Rohan Naidu, good night to you. Bhaskar Nandan, good night to you. And happy birthday again to Sati Singh.
Oh, and I know that Apache said he wouldn't answer, and I respect his opinion too, but, you know, I can say things, you know.
That's right.
Um,
Sheila Chatram, good night to you. Very beautiful comment. And yeah, when it comes to certain topics, you don't want to be, you know, sung bias on air, but it's a free country and freedom of speech. You know, everyone have their opinion and we can voice it. It's just a matter of what your thoughts are right now. And, you know,
yeah, but, you know, me and you different. We talk, so, you know, we could talk anything.
right.
That's
But when it comes to an
respectful.
artist putting their opinion out there, especially when, you know, maybe there's a lot of friends of mine who are singers, but they're not partaking in CSM for other reasons other than, you know, originality always counts. And remember, you're putting your best foot forward. And I want to applaud each and every one of you for being a partaking in Chutney Soca Monarch. It's a really big platform. It's been out for a really long time. And in another program, we'll talk about where the music came from. You know, original music we want to talk
I
about.
also know that one of your good friend is with the CSM that he's singing from New York here, the fair-skinned guy. I forgot his name.
Hey, big up to Prince JP.
JP,
That's
yes.
right. JP is representing us in New York. And Vikadi representing homeland Guyana. Mr. Amir Khan is also a son of Guyana. I always like to big up my artists and all our friends because they have been places. They are going places also.
And one of the things before we came on the show, I was thinking about Guyana has really done itself really nice. We are there tit for tat with the competition. So whether which part of the world you are coming from, know that you are doing a special and a great job representing whichever country you are showing
That's
off.
right, Tony Cuts. Prince Navin Prabhu is a wonderful singer also, and I love his creativity and his music. Reshma is a fantastic singer. I support everyone. You bring an original, and you'll get my support because I always said nothing works more than an original. A copycat would never do as much as an original. Nigel Gobin, let's talk about COVID song. COVID come and lock down. That song has a really good meaning, and it wasn't recognized. But I mean, they said he needs some vocal training, but the song, the lyric, the overall was a really good song. So Nigel Gobin, big up to you. Check him out on YouTube. Wonderful artist indeed.
That's right, that's right. And I know that we are Guyanese are going to get better. But like I said, may the best person win this competition. And whoever win, we will support them. Whether you come from New York, New Jersey, Canada, Guyana, or Trinidad, make it a competition that's good.
You can't win if you don't partake. So you guys are all winners just for showing up. Remember, showing up is giving your presence there, telling the world that you are up there and you're going to compete. And it's a very tight competition. Guyana is now building a bridge when it comes to competition and Chutney Soca Monarch, but this is a tradition in Trinidad. So.
And you have to give all these artists credit, no matter where they came from, because sometimes it's not easy. And I know that Michelle Singh and her husband knows very well, they're locked on, that it's not easy going out there and singing in front of hundreds of people or thousands of people. You have to build. So rather than say negative things about some of the artists,
and you can't
just give
make
them credit.
rules as a competition is going forward. You have to let everyone know these rules on paper, sign it, so you're looking for originality, you're looking for good dancers, choreographer, you're looking for no lip sync. Those are things you have to know up front, not during a competition to say, okay, you are lip singing, this doesn't look good, you're not gaining points on this, your choreography wasn't the greatest, your outfit wasn't good. And I must big up Prince JP on this one because the judges said they love his outfit and the way he matched with his dancers. So that's
yes,
an A+.
I heard that, yes.
That's an A+. So, guys, congratulations. Best of luck. Keep shooting for the stars. You never know where you'll land until you keep trying and trying. Don't ever give up on your dreams.
And don't be surprised if you see Shanaz or myself in next year's CSM introducing the singer. I believe nothing is impossible, but I know you will go first before me because you're a lady and that voice will take you to many places.
That's right, that's right. And it's also the support. I always love and support the artists, whether they're from Trinidad, Guyana, Antigua, the islands. Music is music. It should unite us. It should empower us. It should bring us love. It shouldn't divide us.
That's right. I see our good friend Sabita Kumar just tuned in. And to go on a more serious note, in Trinidad and Tobago, I want to ask our friends in Trinidad to please try your very best to help support the women in your country, and no abuse, no murdering. It is so tough on a father or a mother to know that it made their child or their children, and to know that somebody murdered them, and to find their body decomposed. And if there's any celebrity watching from Trinidad and Tobago,
We want
please
you to stand up with a
stand
message.
up and support your people. Of course, you have a voice, and let your voice be heard. You're not just there to be a singer, but guess what? The people supporting you, be a voice for the poor, the underprivileged.
That's right. Mastana Bihar. Thank you, Mr. Baskin and Roy. Hey, David Singh. Good night. Good night to each and every one of you. I am a twin. What can I say? I could be at many places at the same time and still be at the one place.
That's right, that's right. And so also, Shanaz, we want to say, I know we're going to be off very soon. We started a bit late.
Be careful on the road, Be careful. It's icy out there. So
That's right. Be careful
take a
driving.
little
Extra time.
minute. Yeah, give yourself an extra minute here and there. Nothing in life is worth rushing for. I take my time driving to work. Sometimes somebody might ask me, are you driving to work the way you're driving? I'm like, yeah, I'm heading to work. I'm going there, you know. Slow and steady wins the race.
Jesus, you know a thing there, baby. Slow and steady. No matter what you're doing, go slow and
And
steady.
persistent. Don't ever stop.
That's right. Also, on a serious note, we were talking about the COVID-19. Despite you have the vaccine, you still have to go with the CDC. What they're saying.
Wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize your surrounding, and you know, you never know who has the virus, because I can have the virus and I look very strong, you know, it doesn't bother me, but I could give it to someone else, you know, with a low immune system. So guys, be careful of your surrounding, and nothing in life is worth, you know, a lot of folks might feel like, oh my God, this is a real lockdown for us, but think of the positive that might come out of this. You're getting to spend quality time at home. Quality time with your kids. Did you learn to play a new board game? Did you build, you know, do some craft? What have you done together? What can you say COVID? And I know a lot of friends who took up reading, went for their masters, and computering. You know, empower yourself. Nothing could stop you, especially if you're home in your comfort of the home.
And you know what things that I look for, like for example, myself. I know Davis is on and his wife Michelle are on. You know, Shanaz, if we look at, it's a blessing to do what we do. Davis and Michelle, they are blessed. They could sing. They go out there and sing. I can talk a little bit. You can talk. You can do a whole lot of different things. And so if you look at life, even to our,
we all are gifted.
We are gifted a little
talents.
bit. All of us are gifted. Even those who are watching. If we be humble enough to know that God has blessed us with a little extra tips, share your blessing, be kind to each other, share love.
Hey,
right?
Reza, good night to you. Good night to each and every one of you. Nadia Mulchan, how are you doing? And if you guys are locked on from Trinidad and Tobago, we are sending you love and peace. And there was a big protest last night. I wish I could have shared that video with you guys, but you know, celebrities are teaming up and they're bringing awareness to domestic violence. That's our platform. No one deserves to get hurt.
That's right. I know Nadia Mulchan just tuned in. And Nadia is a registered nurse from Guyana, but she's working in Barbados. And I was just reading, and I had to smile. Roy says, I learned to make banana wine. I have never tasted banana wine. I wonder how that tastes.
There's something new every day. Share the link, share the love, and thank you guys for being in our company. If you would like us to talk about something, please message us, and we will be back here next Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken. Thank you for being in our company once again. Remember to love yourself and continue sending love to
That's
others.
right. I didn't hear you said your beautiful friend Nasima
Rahman.
Rahman.
She is kind of late, so I'll give her half of the love.
No, and she get half from you and half from me, so that's she get the
Bibi
whole
Khan,
thing.
good night to you. Good night, Indira Santi. Good night to each and every one of you. The beautiful Nirmati Dat, thank you for always loving and supporting our program. We hope you could spread some love wherever you are. Love is an easy gift to give. Make someone a cup of tea or ask someone how you're doing today.
And that's right. And if we haven't called any one of your name, it's just a little oversight. Sometimes the name is going so fast. And when you see me watching down, I'm watching to see who has locked in so we could shout out to you guys. And so on behalf of myself, Shanaz, we would like to say thank you very much for watching Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken. Without you guys, we are nothing.
Nalini Algo, good night, you guys. Join us on Friday, and we'll have a live fashion show. Lots of new surprises. I don't always put everything on the flyer because I want to use your imagination and bring you something different. Over and over, presentation always matter. Take care of yourself and everyone else around you. Let's go with Selecta Bolt.
Go no way, the government say we can't go no way, the government.
It's Locked Down by Nigel. Go Ben.
Lyman and we cannot go no way, the government say we can't go no way, the government say. So I'm cooking home and liming and drinking away. Oh, it come and lock down, we can't go no way. Oh, it come and lock down, we can't go no way. I go bust a pot in my house and drink from today. I go bust a pot in my house and drink from today. Oh, it come and lock down, we can't go no way. Oh, it come and Johnny Walker with coconut water, yes, we like it. Everybody drinking, everybody fetting, do darling whining. They lock down the beaches, lock down the river. Business have to close at a certain hour. They lock down the beaches, lock down the river. Business have to close at a certain hour. That is why your home and a beating liquor. Move it, come and lock down, we can't go nowhere. Move it, come and lock down, we can't go nowhere. I go bust a pot in my house and drink from today. I go bust a pot in my house and drink from today. Oh, we cooking duck, we cook chicken, provision and dumpling, white oak with coke. Johnny Walker with coconut water, yes, we like it. Everybody drinking, everybody fetting, do darling whining.
Big up to Mr. Navin Singh, the construction guy and a singer of Love Me Life.
When you're stepping out, make sure to wear your mask. Don't forget to sanitize, you don't want it to be a last.
The beautiful Shanta Flowers right on Liberty Avenue.
Stepping out, make sure to wear your
Sabita G. Lal.
Don't forget to sanitize, you don't want it to be a last. Just follow the guidelines and take a drink and pass. COVID come and lock down, we can't go nowhere. COVID come and lock down, we can't go nowhere. I go bust a pot in my house and drink from today. I go bust a pot in my house and drink from today. While I'm in home, I in my zone. Not outside, I inside. With my crew, thinking wiser. All our we sanitize, yes we like it. Everybody drinking, everybody fetting, do darling whining.
Danny Singh, watching us from Jane and Finch, where my aunt lives. John Nimmet. Savita Kumar. Ryan Hansraj.
That's right, guys. And if you're looking for your flowers this weekend, please contact Shanta Flowers. She's in Richmond Hill.
That's
please
right, Dia
support our
Flowers
guys.
on Liberty Avenue. She's always supporting Shanaz Musical Sensation, so support the sponsor to support us. Hey, Sunita Bejnath, good night to you. That's a beautiful number. Let's go. Happy Valentine's Day from Shanaz and Ken.
Hello, everybody. Love this one.
You don't know what you have until it's gone.
Rita Singh.
You don't know what you have until it's gone. Now you're up and gone away, baby. Didn't wanna stay, baby. I wasn't.
Debbie Sanasi, Sissy
I
Prasad.
just want your head.
Danny Singh.
Where you really want me to. Should I know my love for you is true?
Rishi Budram.
Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. steady filling you inside, girl, don't believe. They go try everything to make we unhappy. Oh, jealous people want we only end up in fight. Girl, they wanna fool you, saying I ain't doing you right. Caught up of me, girl, you know the truth. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave.
Hafiz Ahmad, it's Susie.
You been telling me that you're never
David Singh,
gonna leave.
Indira Santi, Bright Eye,
My love is so kind, girl. Follow your mind, girl. Follow your heart. They go try everything, girl, to drive we apart. My love is so kind, girl. Follow your mind, girl. Follow your heart. They go try everything, girl, to drive we apart. Oh, jealous people want we only end up in fight. Girl, they wanna fool you, saying I ain't doing you right. Caught up of me, girl, you know the truth. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never.
done by yours truly, Mr. Vikadi Singh, a son of Guyana, with 3.2 million views on YouTube.
Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave.
I know Sharda loved this song. Sharda Bulu watching all the way from Wisconsin.
Love is in the air, and that is our love to each and every one of you. Happy Valentine's Day. Selecta Bolt is on the ones and the twos. And guys, get ready for Friday, our fashion show live in the studio. And you don't want to miss this. A lot of surprising poetry, art, music, and fashion. You can't ask for a better Friday night than to join me on Shanaz Musical Sensation. Singers from Trinidad and Tobago showing us their love. And yes, all the fashionista to perform for you guys. So until next time, happy Valentine's Day to you and your beautiful family. And don't forget the link I just attached there is a link for Vikadi's songs. Check him out on YouTube. Always support our singers and the musicians around the world.
That's right, that's right. Thank you guys for watching Chit Chat with Shanaz and Ken. And I know that you will see us more often every Monday night moving forward.
Until next time, take care. Have a blessed and productive week ahead. God bless.
Come, baby, come, find your happy place with me, I'll show you how you gotta be, oh be. Come find your happiness with me, I'll show you how you gotta. Wait, it's been 3 years and I'm looking at you here. You still with that girl? She acting like she cares, but when you need her, she ain't there. Tell me it.
Done by yours truly, Poonam Singh.
Love.